Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Ready for baseball here in New York. And today's starter, Sean Manaea.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. He'll elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. A wide to kick the pitch. Outside. And we are underway. Next offering is in for a strike. And down the lefty. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Ryan Reynolds here. The switch hitter batting right. There's a strike. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Only two down.
Tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
One down, base is empty. Outside low, and the count is 1-2. That one missed. The lefty fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The wind of the pitch. And miss, struck him out. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
He's locked in at the plate, but he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Two outs, base is empty. Left-hand hitter waits. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here at Citi Field. And on the mound for the Pirates, Paul Skeens. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Francisco Lindor at the plate and takes high there. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Righty to the plate. Ground ball scooped up. Brian Hayes sends it across the first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
The 0-1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
The line of the pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now.
First strikeout for him in this one. And that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
0-1's the count.
One on the gun, swing and a miss.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but he didn't step level.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Second inning set to go. And now it's Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen measures 5 feet 10 inches, a member of the 2000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. The pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The line and pitch. That misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Stays alive. Here comes a pitch. Foul off again. And it remains 3-2.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
McCutchen bless one out. It's 1-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient.
This is Joey Bart. That's a little bit low.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The pitch. Liners at first.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good hits and velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Nick Gonzalez getting ready to hit. First pitch, not close. And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
And that one missing low. One run across to the frame so far. Here at the top of the second. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, right field. And it drops in.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Man at first with one gone. Brian De La Cruz, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. Gonzalez leads off first with one away. And a pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a pitch. Got him looking for a strikeout. Looking for the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Now batting key Brian Hayes. Inside, just missed. Now snap throw to first. Gonzalez back on a dive. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1. That's down and in. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Low throw and he can't take it out.
Really nice swipe of second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time. And it's such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
Check swing. Now to look down to first. Nope, he held back. Got him looking. In and over, and it could have been worse. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Pirates 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Skeens back to work. In the air, right field. De La Cruz under it. Brings it in, and there's one down. Here's Jesse Winker. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. And it's even up. Strays through that one. It's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Siggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Connor Falefa. The throw to first. Play made. That ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Pirates 1 and the Mets nothing. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, number 28. Manaea back to work. Right through there for a strike.
4-1.
Here's the 0-2. Backward slider ties you off, struck him out. Isaiah Connor Falefa up to the plate. Let off the game with a strikeout. Just missed. Line drive, base hit. Just kind of slice that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here comes the 0-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And a pitch. That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes. No chase that time. Towards first. Lindor, that's one. Throw to first, but he did it. And now the center fielder, O'Neill Cruz. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And he can't come up with it. But goes to second with it, and they get the out. Stay with the play, and that'll end the inning. Pirates lead 1. They lead it 1-0. So taking in Tyrone Taylor. Pitch. That delivers outside. And another ball. And the righty deals. And get behind with that swing. It's strike one.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed out on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
And a swing and a miss. Now one away. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a call third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Francisco Alvarez stands in now and watches strike one. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-on-1.
And he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. You can't catch up.
That's all the mark, and it's 2-2. Home team down a run here in the last half of the third. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Outside, and now it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They're going to be working hard out there.
Righty delivers. Batted by him for the kill.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bounced him up on the inside of the plate. Could get around on it, catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. You know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Jeff McNeil stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And through there for a strike.
1-1.
In the air, left field. Reynolds gets under it. Brings it in for the third out. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
The pitch. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher up there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Next one in there for a strike. And the cover's full.
Good late sink on that fastball. The hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets to the hitting zone, hard to get the ball to it.
strikes and fires. Ripped to short. Lindor on to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Here's Joey Bart now. Ball one low.
0-1, no strike.
And another ball.
To a count, you really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Swing and a bouncer. Vientos whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now, second base, Nick Gonzalez.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Singled and stole a base his first time. Splits the plate, and that's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Nothing across here this half. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Pirates 1 and the Mets nothing. Nobody out. Lindor has a chance to tie it. Rounding out his first time up. And he deals. There's a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs. Got him looking for the K.
now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Ball one there. There's a swing and a drop. And that one hits the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day. And a nice job of turning that one over.
One out, runner at second. And here is Mark Vientos. Struck out swinging his first time. Broken back ground ball to second. Gonzalez tosses the first. Got the out. Here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. Nimmo on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one is inside. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun. Misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Close pitch there. He's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
So now 3-2. Up the middle, Tyler Falefa. In plenty of time to first, and the inning is over. Mets lead one. They still trail 1-0. De La Cruz now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. The pitch. Just missed. De La Cruz measures 6 feet 2 inches. 27 years old. Usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Now this is in the air down the line. Marte sizing this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. One up, one down. So up next, Key Brian Hayes. Caught looking his first time up. And a good eye there. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo makes the play. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Next is the speedy first baseman. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And down the lefty. That one out to right. Marte moves under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 1 and the Mets nothing. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And that one is inside ball 1. The middle, lays out, it's off his ball, and he beats it, he's safe. No outs, runner at first. Starling Marte up now for the Mets, 0 for 1 so far. First pitch misses. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. That pitch in for a strike. And it not even 1-1.
Good approach right there. You get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
Fastball for a strike. And a count 1-2. Right-hander kick steals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and deals. fouls it off. Still 1-2. And the right-hander deals. Got him looked in. On down here. So digging in, Tyrone Taylor struck out swinging his first time.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball in the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
There's a strike. Man at first, one away. That one at triple digits. 0-2 now. Ground ball left side, could be 2. That's the second, that's 1, and that's 2.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 1 for 2. Benaya back to work. That misses the zone. Yeah, that's ball 1. To third. And it finds its way through for a hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. Up next for the Pirates, Ryan Reynolds. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Line drive for sure.
Baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
O'Neill Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner. What I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And that's in for a strike. 1-run game, 1 out, 1. Miss. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Trying to check his swing there, appeal to third. Got him! Dave Lawrence rings him up. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Andrew McCutcheon. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Hey, swing and a miss there. Kiner-Falefa off of first with 2 away. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Base hit, down the smoke for the infield. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here's the power hitting catcher, Joey Bart. That one finds the zone. 0-1. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Bounced up the middle. And that one handled. And that is that. So they strand a pair. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Pirates 1 and the Mets nothing. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Went down on strikes his first time through. Heading back to work. And that one fouled off. And the pitch. Swing and a chopper. Connor Falefa throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Flying to left his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Cruz makes the grab for the second out. Back to the top of the mid-order. And now it's Frankie Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Off the mark there. And now it's even 1-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Sammy fired that one. And we are starting over. It's 1-1.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. Looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around. That one just stayed up there. That kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Up and in, 1-0.
Count 1-0.
There's a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
On the ground, right side. Gonzalez. On to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. All even at 1 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. The lefty fires. And there's the strike.
You know, these Pirates, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And now it's even up.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And a base hit up the middle. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry the middle of the field.
Go-ahead run on base. Brian De La Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a ball out towards left center field. He's got it. Keep Ryan Hayes digs in now. Grounded to third, could be two. To second, pulls him off the bag. Two on, one out. And now the first baseman.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play ball.
And that's outside. Next over, he's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. McNeil. Glove flip for one.
The second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Three, four, five due up for the home team. Vientos up now for the Mets. This guy with light tower power. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been feeling quite a bit today.
Ground ball up the middle. Lays out. Can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. So they get the first out of the inning.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction and dive, knock that ball down. And the leaders just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Down and catches the corner for a strike. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. He's to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team is scoring or winning.
All tied up near the bottom of the seventh.
Now, there's a pitcher you haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
1-2 now. Good job to fight that one off. Two outs. 2-3. Score remains time 1-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Green Darrell. Isaiah Tyner Falefa getting ready to hit. The pitch. There's the strike. To the dirt.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan Reynolds. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek getting loose out there. Ottavino warming up as well. Pitch is downstairs. One down, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. Number 2. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch, and he just misses. Garrett, 31 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. This is inside, and that's ball 2. Two down, nobody on. Fly ball to right. Marte moves under it. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. Whole half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied 1-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Bailey Falter. Starling Marte up to him.
The right field.
The line of the pitch. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Mets going with a pinch hitter. Number 11. 1 out, the base is empty for him.
Things to do in the game to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity that he came through for his club right there.
Francisco Alvarez. That flips the corner. With the go-ahead run standing at second near the bottom half of the 8th inning. At the belt and fires. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And at second. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base. But job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And on second, 2 down. Laser! Could be extra bases. Batting field play. No score, and the Mets take the lead. It's 2-1. And he launches a throw over his head. The tag is out. So not the best base running defense there. That'll do it for the inning. So they get 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors, no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Pirates 1. And we're back. And now the DH, Andrew McCutcheon. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. Looking to get the tying run on base. Rip, but it curls foul. The 0-2. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Right-handed reliever. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Didn't chase that time.
Really nice job of finishing the hitter out right there. The offside command, fastball, thrown to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
He's 2 outs away. Joey Bart, the next Pirate to hit. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Outside edge. Pitches in there. 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swings, throw, that's a strikeout.
This is definitely one a team likes to see out of their players who come in and just destroy their opponent. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. Foul ball there. And here it comes. And there's a ball. One-run game here at the top of the ninth. This could end it. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Comes a pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98. But a really good pass at the ball.
Chase swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. Did not go. 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Righty delivers, and the tying run is on base. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So all down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side.
Diaz thrown first, and he's back in safely.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
De La Cruz swings through it for strike one.
The tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base. Right now, they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
0-2 now. And ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
And that's the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come on the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
For the Pirates, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors, they led 7 runners on base. Time of the ball, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.